And to be honest, Dana and I didn't really know how we were going to get it started, but we knew for this program to work that it had to be based here in Sparta. We couldn't sit in our offices in Raleigh and say we were going to make a difference. And Drew, I think you were the very first, one of the first people that took us over to the where our office is now, and we knew that if we were going to make a difference, it was going to be here in Sparta. Dana, I think, set an interesting record, 18 months of working with our office without ever spending a full night at home with his wife, a full week at home with his wife. He had at least one night here for 18 straight months. And that's a testament to what he did and what we tried to embody for our program. And like you said, Commissioner, it's not over. There are some things still left unfinished. The rest of the OSB MDR team will be available until this mission is complete. So I can't, this is such an honor. Guys, thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and to tag on to that, you know, it's been a great experience. Rex is still going to be here. Diane's still in the office. There's a gentleman named John I brought around last week, introduced him to a lot of folks. The work's going to continue. We've got a lot of it done, but there's still a few things to wrap up. So as Director Trumper said, you know, we'll get things finished up. A lot of folks may have met Derwin Jones with our team. Derwin's going to be stepping in and taking the role as director that Rich has been serving for quite a while. But we're excited about the new opportunity that's in front of us. We're going to be spending a lot of time probably in eastern North Carolina looking at some things and helping some stuff. But we're still involved in disaster recovery. And I want you to know, Mr. Mayor, Michael, everybody, the town council, county commissioners, our phone numbers don't change. The cell numbers you have for us, they're actually our personal cell numbers. So even though we're going to a different agency and doing something different, you can still access us with those numbers. And I encourage you, if you've got something, call us. We'll do everything we can to try to help. And we can still talk to the folks who are still going to be up here. Matter of fact, the building we're moving to is just right next door to where headquarters at now in Raleigh. But to say this is an honor to receive this is an understatement. The biggest thing for me is the friendships and the relationships we've built over the last couple of years. So I'll never forget it.
Thank you. Tammy, do you want to say anything, Greg? Tammy, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to add to that because as a GC general contractor, I've worked with some of these fellas, and they say enough about how they run their operations, how many people they've helped, how many lives they've touched in the county. Spent a ton of money in our county, which is something that's come to our county and that we've not seen in a long time due to a disaster. And the other thing is too, you know, there's a lot of things that over the past years I don't agree with as far as coming from Governor Cooper's office as far as policy goes. But I think credit is due because they've got some really good people in these offices, and they have done some really, really good work. So like I said, from a personal level that I've dealt with them and how they run their operations, they don't just write blank checks and just, so they're actually involved in in people's lives about how to make their homes better. And again, there's a lot of these homes would have not been better in 50 years from now, and they have made these people's homes so much better, and those homes will be here for years and years to come. So thank you so much, and thank you personally, Dana, and we're going to miss you, buddy.
Absolutely. I plan to come back up here at some point,
Right.
See some of the things that are finished up.
Greg, anything? Michelle, thank you. Mayor.
Well, before the town council makes their comments, I just want to show you the support that you had here with the town council approval of this resolution, a show of hands to approve this resolution, to be it on record, a show of hands for the town council. If you'll raise your hand showing that you approve that, be a 3-0 unanimous. We do have two out today with some medical problems going on, but Dana and Rich, you guys come to this community not knowing what to expect, but I think our community opened up its arms to you guys too.
Absolutely.
And that shows you what kind of people we have here in Sparta and in Alleghany County. And from this point forward, you'll always be associated with us, no matter where you go.
Absolutely.
So, Cole, do you have anything that you'd like to add?
Nothing that anybody else hadn't already said. I just want to say thanks. Worked with you guys professionally and on a personal level as well. Top notch. Thanks for everything you've done.
Mayor Pro Tem Mike Palier.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys.
We'd come back in a heartbeat, that's for sure. What's happening?
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
And last but not least, the one that you worked on with everything the most is our town manager here on the town side is Ryan Wilmoth. Ryan, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Thanks, Mayor. I'll keep it short, not to get emotional, but when people show up from the state and say, I'm here to help, typically that's not the help you want, but in this case, couldn't ask for two better individuals to come in, assess what we need, had their finger on the pulse the entire time, actively engaged, countless hours. I don't even know how many hours y'all work collectively, but I'd wake up, have an email or text from Dan and Rich, go to bed, same thing. So thank you guys for what you done, for the assistance to the town. Y'all have truly made a long-term impact. Most importantly, I'll call you both friends. Whether you reciprocate that, that's up to you, but truly,
100%.
yeah, thank you guys.
Michael, anything?
These guys know me well enough to know that I just say what I mean and mean what I say most of the time. So it won't surprise them for me just to say a humble thank you. And so that's small words and small token, but it means a lot. And as a recognition of that, we've also got a couple of our people out here in the audience that work close hand and up front and run along with these guys. And if agreeable, and I like putting those guys on the spot, that's why they're here. But I think it'd be very, very good if we could hear a few comments from those guys as well, if that's okay with the.
Yes, please, come on. And then after that, I think we need to vote.
I'll go first.
You're shy.
I've been called a lot of things, but shy is not one of them. I think if you're not really involved in the emergency management community or in the disaster recovery side of things, your view of what these guys have done is gracious, but you know, I've been on other disasters in other places, and what these guys have done has been groundbreaking. The level of service they provided for this county is astounding. You know, I refer back to Hurricane Matthew in 2016 that I went down there to help on, and recovery for that is still going on and will be going on for years. So the program that these guys have developed is groundbreaking, to have boots on the ground in the county with the flexibility to do the stuff that needs to be done. In fact, I mean, it's worked so good, they've actually recruited you guys to go do it some other place on a bigger scale. So that speaks to the quality of the work that they've done and the effectiveness that they bring. The only concern I have is that the bar's been set so high now that if we have something else, there's no way it can live up to the standard they've set. I have no doubt that our paths will cross again professionally. And if they don't, they both have places at the coast and I like to fish, so I've told them I was coming fishing. It's been an honor to work with you guys. It's been my privilege, and most of all, it's an honor to call you my friend.
Anybody else? Come on up.
Me as building inspector and from my office and as a citizen, I'd like to, for both of them, tell them thank you for what they've done for our county and our citizens. And the processes we went through, they all wasn't great, but when you're building houses and rebuilding houses, nothing's ever perfect. But we put our heads together and made a good team and got everything the best it could be for our people. And I'd like to tell both of them thank you.
Anybody else? Come on up, David.
I just as well take my turn. Anybody else? When I when I first came to the Public Works Department as director, I had actually been hired, and then I came to work after the earthquake happened. So then I came into I guess it's a wondrous mess. But these guys from the state, they came and they introduced themselves, and I was kind of getting my feet wet and getting started in what we needed to do. And any time that I needed help or a question that was answered, and y'all know that we had a lot of damage to the courthouse, to 90 South Main, a lot of county buildings and things of that nature. But any time that I asked, they delivered. It was one of those things where it started out as a professional relationship as far as work goes, and it turned into a personal relationship. Very thankful for that. Anytime that I asked for assistance, well, let's go look at it. When Dana goes into a place and said, this is the worst one I've seen, and then the next one you go to, this is the worst one I've seen. It just kept getting worse, but now we've got it better. They have really and truly made a long-term impact on Alleghany County. The town of Sparta, for us in the county government, they have really made a long-term impact, not just for our buildings, for our structures, for our menial things, but for personal things as well. So certainly I want to say thank you, and it's really been a privilege
Absolutely.
to work with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, David. And for one more note of business, the county commissioners need to vote on this resolution. I would so move we accept the resolution, and I need a second.
Second.
All those in favor, raise your hand. Thank you. If you look at television, and whether you like to or not, you see a lot of national disasters all over this country. A lot of people are moaning and groaning and complaining about the government. I've heard no complaints. I've heard nothing but praise for what you all have done. And I think, like what David said, the buildings are one thing, the structures, but that personal relationship, you took it to heart to help these people, whether they were in town or out in the county. And I think that is evident from what people were saying tonight. And I personally, and I know the board does, we truly, truly appreciate it. Maybe you two need to take over some of these national problems and solve those the way you solved this one. But thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Chairman,
Any other comments? Yes, Michael.
I think Dr. Beasley may want to mention something.
Where is he? There he is. Come to the front, Dr. Beasley.
You guys can hear me from back here, but I just wanted to, on behalf of myself and the Alleghany County Board of Education, thank these two gentlemen and the rest of the crew too. I mean, when that earthquake hit, I actually was out of the county that weekend, and when I got back and saw the damage, and then we brought our engineers in, I didn't know how we were going to fix it, to be honest with you. I knew we had to fix it because we had to shut school down for a little while, but didn't know how we were going to pay for it. Let me put it that way. And then talked with Mr. Roten back there and got Dana's name, and we developed a relationship real quick. And this man, his team, they came in and got things done quickly. paid for it, the cost. I know we spent at least $600,000 or close to it so far just fixing Sparta Elementary and the high school. But we had to because we couldn't have school without fixing it. And so, still got some more work to do up there. But, like I said, I wanted to come tonight and say thanks, guys. Couldn't have done it without you. And, all your team, what they did. And I'll tell you one story. We were looking at the tennis courts up there, and we still got some work to do on that, but one of the handrails going down in the bottom tennis court, we got down there and there's a retaining wall that's fallen, and we had a team of engineers up there, and as we were going back up the steps, I was leading the way, and I turned around, and Dana and some other folks there swatting and looking like they're dancing, and they'd hit a yellow jacket's nest. And so Dana looked like he'd been hit with a baseball bat in the nose, and principal looked like he had cauliflower ear from the high school, but, they battled right through that, just like they did everything else. But we just want to say thank you, too, and I appreciate you giving me a chance to say a few things tonight, so thank you.
Thank you. And I see Brian Edwards hiding out in the background. Brian, you've never shied away from the microphone yet.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate that. I think everything that's been said tonight is very well-deserved and appropriate, and I'll add my thanks to what these guys have done. I've worked with Dana on several different buildings and projects where we had damage. I had already left the town at the time. I think the earthquake hit just as Ryan was coming on duty, so he got a nice awakening to things there, but we do appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Does anybody else any other comments? If not, at this time, little housekeeping. There are some refreshments in the back room, and everybody's welcome. And with that being said, I will call the county commissioners into this meeting as adjourned and turn it over to Mayor West.
And I'll ask the council for a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
And a second. Show of hands, 3-0, we will be adjourned.
We're adjourned. Thank you. I don't know. Bob needs. Need any other pictures?